Arsenal 4, Newcastle United 1. Yes, people, wife boy, welcome back to another Arsenal match reaction. A convincing, dominant, total domination display by Arsenal Football Club as we absolutely wiped Newcastle off the floor of the face of the planet Earth, really. I mean, that was a completely dominant performance. I know I've said dominant about 3 or 4 times, but that was quite literally how you explain that game. Arsenal were in complete control. For me, one of the best performances this season. I mean, there's a little bit of a patchy spell in the second half, but we put so much into it in the first half that I can really understand that. And I'm happy, man. I know some will say, oh, clean sheet this, clean sheet that. Yeah, I get that. But look, it's a wonder goal. It's a great goal by Joe Willock. You could say tracking back maybe from Reece Nelson to block the overlap. Gabriel maybe not allowing him to make that overlap pass. Fine. In my eyes, it's just a great goal. I don't think that should detract us from the fact that it's been a great performance and a great win by Arsenal Football Club today. And a needed win as well because, look, it was a disappointing game in midweek against Porto. I think we can all agree that. I thought going into that Porto game would be a tough game, but given our form, I thought we'd really convincingly managed to get a win in that game. I don't think we were going to blow them away 4-5-0 like our previous games, but I thought we'd definitely be able to get a result at Porto. But we literally just did not even get off the starting grid, not a shot on target. We were basically, to be honest, played out the game. Porto knew exactly what they were doing. They used the dark arts perfectly, and they stopped us really getting a foothold in the football match. And then going into this game, I'm thinking what Arsenal is going to turn up. We've had the disappointment in midweek. Arsenal have a track record recently of not being able to basically win after bad games. We normally lose a game, then lose another one, or draw another one, then it goes on and on and on. You get what I mean? Like one after the other. So Arsenal got a track record really of not being able to come back from defeats quickly. But we did that really well today because it was a bad defeat against Porto midweek. We come back today, right our wrong, started off like a house on fire from minute one when we were pressing them. And the thing about Arsenal Football Club, guys, yeah, is I know from about 2-3 minutes into the match if we're going to win the game or not. I can just tell by the intensity, the way we approach the game, if the crowd are up for it, if the players are up for it. And you could see from minute 5, basically, Arsenal were up for it. We had about 2 corners in about 3 minutes from the get-go. We were on them like literally. We were on them suffocation tactics. As soon as they picked up the ball, we were pressing them, man. Hounding them like dogs. And that's what I want to see from the Arsenal team. Declan Rice, guys, man. I've been saying it from before. The brother is a number 8. Number 6, he's great, but that's not his position for Arsenal Football Club. We need him in that number 8 position because what he allows us to do is he allows us to be an extra physical body in there. And because he's higher up the football pitch, because he's got less defensive responsibility because of our CDM, Jorginho doing that, it enables him to get higher up and press the midfielders. And because he's got such long strides, he's like Go-Go Gadget. He just goes and just swipes the ball off the defenders, off the midfielders when he receives the ball. We get so many chances by doing that. So for me, Declan Rice has to be a number 8 for us, man. He is that Xhaka replacement. I've been saying it for the longest time now. That's his position. And Jorginho, again, man, comes into the team, doesn't play some games, comes back into the team now. Another fantastic performance. TNT Sports gave him man the match. I can't begrudge that one bit. I cannot begrudge that one bit because he deserves it, man. Like, Jorginho is a total professional. He doesn't sulk when he's not in the team. He doesn't get overly giddy when he's in the team either. He's just grounded, bro. Grounded. Never gets his emotion too high. Never gets his emotion too low. Just grounded, man. He knows exactly what he's meant to do. When he's in the team, he does his job. When he's not in the team, he's coaching from the sidelines, man. Top pro. And I thought he was superb in the game today, man. Absolutely superb. And look, when Uncle Partey's back, I'm hearing reports that he's back, man. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's knock wood right here because with Uncle Partey, him being back ready is another 4 weeks until he's actually ready. Do you get what I mean? Like, he was back on the training ground about 2 weeks ago. Then he got injured again. So for me, if Thomas Partey is back into the team, it means Declan Rice can play further forward in that number 8 position. And at that point, you're thinking we're a real good team to contend with because the games are coming thick and fast. February and January have been superb for Arsenal. Bar the game against Porto, if you forget about that one, January and February has been absolutely fantastic for Arsenal Football Club. But March is where it gets really interesting. If I'm not mistaken, we've got big games coming up. Big games. Return leg against Porto. We've got game against Man City coming up in not too distant future. Let's not forget that as well. So the games are coming thick and fast, boys and girls. We need to get wins on the sheet. And how it's happening right now is it's a 3-horse race. It's Liverpool leading the pack, Man City just behind, and Arsenal just behind them. We're only 2 points off the top. 1 point behind Man City. It's going okay. Basically, it's a one-game slate. It's a one-game swing either way, man. As they say in basketball, one-possession game. It's a one-game swing in the Premier League right now. If Man City and Liverpool draw or lose their next game, Arsenal could leapfrog. We could. That's how it is right now. So for us, I think it's good. We're not top, so we haven't got the pressure on us, but we're in and amongst it, man. We're just a game behind. on the coattails. And in a few weeks' time, not too long, Man City play Liverpool. And either way, one of those teams, if not both, are dropping points. And that's our chance to pounce. Because right now, it's who blinks first in the Premier League. That's what it's like right now. Arsenal playing well, City are playing well, Liverpool playing well. Everyone's getting wins. We know City are capable of going 12, 13 wins in a row. We know Liverpool are capable of going on a title run with Man City. Arsenal is still a little bit unknown. We bottled it a little bit last season. But right now, it's who blinks first. Form-wise, we're the best team right now. In terms of form, we're playing the best football. Our defense is the best. We're looking good. We're firing. So form-wise, we're the best. I watched Man City earlier today against Bournemouth. They won the game fair play. But in that second half, they were getting killed in transition. If Bournemouth knew how to actually shoot, they could have got something from that game. I'm convinced of it. So form-wise, we're the best team. Liverpool have injuries. Man City are still a little bit in and there. Like, they're getting results, but they're not really, like, convincingly winning football games. They scraped by against Brentford in midweek as well. So it's there for us, guys. It's there for us. Right now, just stay in the pack. Stay in the pack. Don't go running up ahead and gas out, but just stay amongst it. Get the wins. Get the goal difference up as well, because trust me, it has a factor psychologically. I'll tell you guys that for an absolute fact, man. Anyone that says goal difference doesn't matter, trust me, it does. Not too long ago in 2014, Liverpool were trying to beat Man City to the title, and they were so concerned about goal difference that they ended up drawing a game to Crystal Palace they were 3-0 up against. So goal difference plays a part. Right now, goal difference is good. Man City's goal difference is a little bit shady right now. So keep the goals coming in, get the results going, and it's good as well. I'll tell you why it's good, yeah, because we're dominating games from minute 1 to minute 70, 80 now. So by the 70th minute, we can sub off Saka. We can sub off Odegaard, etc. We can take off Jorginho if we need to. Play that, we can rotate the squad. And that's good, man, because if you want to play the same first 11, you can't have them play the same team 90 minutes, 95 minutes every single game. You need to chop and change it. So let them do a job. We're 3-0 up, 4-0 up, rotate it. And I like to see that from the Arsenal team. So yeah, for me, delighted with the result. Fantastic performance. Shout out, of course, as I said, to Jorginho in there. Rice as well playing further forward. Havertz as well, man. I mean, look, Havertz has been real good busybody in that number 9 position sometimes, man. Real unit, being a terror to the defenders, getting his head on the ball, linking up play. I still think he should have scored that chance he had in the second half. I mean, look, it was a golden opportunity on his left peg, dragged it wide. I mean, little things like that still makes me question whether Havertz is the right striker for Arsenal right now. I think he's a good player on his day, but I don't think he's the right type of personnel for Arsenal when he misses chances like that. But overall, I thought his performance was good. Ricky Martinelli, man, good as well. That goal we scored, the second goal that Havertz scored, that is Martinelli's goal, because it's about damn time that someone in the team, in the forward positions, make those runs in behind, diagonal runs. We see all the time from other teams. We see Liverpool players do it. We see Man City players do it. We see Tottenham players and Man United players do it. When is someone from Arsenal, like Martinelli or Saka, going to make those diagonal runs in behind? And he did that. Jorginho found the pass, head down, sprayed it across goal, Havertz to tap it in. That was a really aesthetically pleasing goal from my end. I love to see goals like that. Just really well-worked goals. Great pass, great move, great finish. Just a very well-oiled machine type of goal. So that was really pleasing for me to see that. We need to see more of that from the Arsenal team. Because other than that, right now, Arsenal are a bit of like a set-piece wonder. We score goals from set pieces, and then we scrape it together going forward. I want to see us score more real, like, incisive, well-worked goals from defending teams. Like, well-worked goals we can break down a low block, because I'm still yet to see Arsenal really break down a low block if it's not a set piece. I think I'm fair saying that. It was a good win today, but look, the first goal was a set piece, which really set the tone for the game and opened the floodgates. And the last goal was a set piece, and the second goal was really well-worked goal. The third goal was a transition from winning the ball high up the pitch. So I'm here to see us really break down an opposition that are playing a low block, other than the set piece goal. So I do want to see Arsenal still try and make those runs in behind, because if the defense is rigid, you're only going to break them down by making runs. It's only so much you can pass the ball. You pass it left, you pass it right. Defense ain't doing much. It's runs that force the defense to react. When you're running behind, the defender's forced to either leave you or follow your run. And that's when we create uncertainty. I think it's something like, in Japanese, chaos and opportunity is the same word. And it's so true. In life, in business, in everything, chaos and opportunity is the same thing. When you create chaos, when you make a run, when you make a pass, when you do something crazy, opportunity arises from it. And Arsenal are doing that right now. So I have to give him a heap of credit for that. Our press is superb as well, man. Martin Odegaard, look, I have some problems with Martin Odegaard in the first half. I thought he was making the wrong decision in key areas, passing when he should shoot, shooting when he should pass. But to be honest, man, his pressing is top notch. He presses the opposition literally 24/7. The whole 95 minutes, he's pressing the opposition. And I love to see that, because then it forces you into silly mistakes. With pressure, you create diamonds or you create coal. And I'm not being funny, right? But if you press the team, they're going to make mistakes. It's just how it is. Yes, they might pass out the back from you, but they're going to make mistakes. And if your counter press is good, if you've got secondary players as well, getting into it like Declan Rice, like Jorginho, like Havertz, you're going to win the ball back quickly. And I thought we did that superbly today, man. We didn't let Newcastle out of their box. That first half for me was one of the best first halves I've ever seen Arsenal play in my lifetime. Genuinely, that first half was incredible. Newcastle didn't even play football in that first half. 70% of the game was played in Newcastle's half. I'm convinced of it. I'm genuinely convinced of it. They did not even have a shot. It was total domination. Almiron forgot he was playing. Gordon, what was he doing? Isak, not even on the football pitch, it felt like. That first half was unbelievable from Arsenal. And we need to do more of that. Suffocate the opposition. Don't allow any transition, man. Dominate. You got to tear them down mentally and emotionally, then tear them down the football pitch. And I'm seeing that from the football club. So right now we're hitting form. It's the 24th of February today. We still got a few more months of the season to go. Let's rack up the wins bit by bit by bit. Keep it moving in the same direction. And that's the main thing for our football club, man. So if we keep doing that, we'll rack up the wins bit by bit and we'll close the gap and we'll start to push forward towards a title because we can win it this year, guys. We're in the title race. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. We're not favourites right now. Man City are favourites, I think. And Liverpool are second favourites. But that's good because we're under the radar a little bit. And sometimes you need to be under the radar because when we were in the limelight last season, we bottled it. We bottled it. All the cameras were on us. Sky Sports put the graphic out, raced for the title, and we all fell apart, man. We fell apart like apple crumble. This season, we're still in a title race. We're still in a good position, but we're under the radar a little bit. It's still Liverpool, Man City being talked about. No one's really mentioning Arsenal in the same vein. And that'll suit us because now bit by bit by bit, we rack up the wins. We let the pressure go on Man City. We let the pressure go on Liverpool. They will make a mistake at some point. It's impossible that both teams go at the end of this season winning every single game. It's impossible. It's genuinely impossible, man. I can't see it happening. We've got to play Man City. Liverpool got to play Man City. Man City got to play Liverpool and Arsenal. So Man City got to play the toughest games out of the two of them. But what we've got key matches. Key matches. And that's my thoughts today, man. Like, let's look at it right now. Man City away from home. Massive football game, man. Massive football game. City going to Anfield. Massive football game. We've got to get wins there. So little things like that is what is going to dictate the outcome of this season. Because Arsenal not looking like they're dropping any form. Equally, City and Liverpool is who blinks first. But right now, everyone's flown in the right direction, and I love to see it. As always, if you're new, hit subscribe down below if you love keeping up with Arsenal and Premier League and general football match reactions. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's get into the comments right now and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below as well. Tommy, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Interesting title race arising. Newcastle were poor, though. Yeah, Newcastle were poor today, but that's been Newcastle a lot this season. They haven't quite hit the heights of last year from them. Title race-wise, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%, man. It is a tight three-horse race, and I love to see it because too many times it's been a two-horse race and sometimes even a one-horse race. This year, it's three teams going for it, man. I ain't seen a three-horse race like this since, like, Cars, the film Cars, man, when Lightning McQueen was fighting for the Piston Cup. You get what I mean? So it's going well for us, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the team. We're going well. Liverpool and City are getting the results as well, which is a bit of a shame because obviously they don't look like they're dropping points anytime soon. But equally, Arsenal, our form is on fire right now. We're playing really well. Yes, that midweek draw was a little bit of midweek loss. Sorry, was a bit of a stain in our recent form. But even more pleasing was off the back of that, we won today because we easily could have lost that game in midweek, drowned in our Swallows. Literally want to go back going, oh man, we lost today. Oh, sorry, we lost on midweek. Oh, nothing's going right for us. Referee was horrendous. Oh, we conceded a last-minute goal. But no, we didn't let it affect us. We didn't let that contamination, that disease of complacency affect us. We moved on to our next game, put it out of our mind and said, you know what? Let's respond. Let's play with vengeance. I feel like the game that we played against Newcastle earlier on in the season where we lost 1-0 due to a Boogs VAR decision, I think that played in our minds as well a little bit. And it was good, man. So we came out with authority. We came out with presence. We came out with a point to prove. And I like seeing that from the football club, man. So for me, delighted with how it went overall. Massive kudos to the team. J20 is great. Agree, man. Jorginho played fantastic in this game. Absolutely fantastic, man. Like I've said before, total professional, Jorginho. Total professional. If he doesn't play one game but plays the other, you don't see a change in him, man. It's not hyper-emotional. Like he's just swinging up and down with his emotions. He's always grounded, man. Always playing to the best of his ability. Will always give the most when he's on the pitch and will always give the most when he's on the sidelines like a second coach, man. So for me, massive kudos to Jorginho. What he does very well. Jorginho knows he's not got the legs to run around the pitch 24/7 and chase loose balls around. He knows he's not the most physical guy. He's only short. He's like 5'10", 5'9", if that. But what he does give you is he gives you a player that's calming. He's always available to receive the ball. He's looking to make passes in behind. He's looking to play those killer passes in killer areas as well. So for me, Jorginho will always get a heap of credit from my end, because one thing I always give players like that credit for is they understand they've got limitations, but they play to their strengths, don't play to their weaknesses. And that's super important, because too many players nowadays, I feel like they understand they've got weaknesses, they understand they've got positives. They try and like overshadow their weaknesses by trying to like mask over them. Don't do that, man. Double down your positives. Jorginho understands he's not a physical player. He's not running around the pitch. He's not bodying everyone like a Partey or like a Vieira. But what he does do is he gets on the football, he makes things happen. So he doesn't try and body everyone around. He goes, give me the ball, I'll pass the ball forward, I'll make passes in behind. He was the one that set up that Martinelli run that he then played to Havertz for the goal. That's Jorginho's pass. I'm not being funny. I don't see Rice making that pass. I love Rice to bits, but that's not Rice's game. Rice, the flip side, is the physicality. And that's why I've said from the very get-go of this season, Rice is not a number 6 for us. He's a Xhaka replacement. He is that player that's going to be Xhaka 2.0 with a bit more physicality and a bit more actual, let's be honest, like athlete to him. Like, I love Xhaka to bits. He's a fantastic player. He's proved it again at Bayer Leverkusen. But Rice is an athlete, man. I look at his legs, bro. Like his stature, everything about him screams he's an athlete. The way he just steals the ball away from opposition. He gets those legs and just go gadget, steals the ball away. That's Rice in a nutshell. Now, if you put him as this number 6, fine, he can do that. But he's worried because he's got to look backwards because there's no one behind him. But if you put him as a number 8, he knows he's got a CDM to cover him. When Partey's back into the fold, bloody hell, it's going to look fantastic. It will look absolutely brilliant when Partey's in the team as well. Because then we've got a proper number 6 in Partey, and it frees up Rice to basically be a free roam, box-to-box masterclass player. We can just affect the game defensively and going forward. Because that's what we need from Declan Rice. So for me, I'm liking the look of this team. Genuinely, it's coming together really nicely. And we're building. Next game is Sheffield United, I believe, next weekend on Monday. I'll be streaming after that game as well. So subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button so you never miss any future streams on this channel, especially Arsenal streams as well. You do not want to miss it. That's a big game. Sheffield United away. Many will say it's easy, but let's not forget, complacency is the biggest disease in football. Everyone thought it'd be easy against Porto. Look what happened. I'm not overestimating or underestimating Sheffield United. For me, Sheffield United is a tough game. It's away from home. Bramall Lane, they're going to be up for it. They're fighting for their lives in relegation battle. Set the tone early, get the win. After that, I don't even know who we've got. Let me look at the fixtures, actually. That's a good point. Let me look at the fixtures. Arsenal fixtures, because we got some big games coming up, boys and girls, man. Some big football matches coming up. We've got Brentford at home afterwards. They're struggling recently, but I'll be up for it. Then we've got Porto. So our next 3 matches are Sheffield United away, Brentford at home, Porto at home. Then Chelsea at home. So we've got 3 home games on the bounce after Sheffield United. Then Man City away. So look at these next 5 games, guys. Sheffield United away, Brentford at home, Porto at home in the Champions League, Chelsea at home, then Man City away. The games are coming thick and fast. We need to get wins on the board. That's what we need to do. Keep it going. That Man City game on the 31st of March is literally, that quite literally could decide our title. I'm not being funny, it could. I don't want to say it will, but it could. And that's really important for us, man, because we need those wins big time. Big time, we need those wins. We need to extend his contract. Look, I don't know if we will extend his contract, to be honest. Nothing against Jorginho saying that. It's just because, to be honest with you, the brothers, like I've heard reports that he has to get injections to play. Like he's got back problems that he's not really just like fixing right now because he's still playing football at the end of the day. Like he's still got a career. I don't think Jorginho will last another 18 months in the Premier League just because of like physicality wise, because of obviously he's getting older up in age. It's just one of those things like you can't predict the player's downfall. It will happen. But one thing's for an absolute fact, man. He's been a total professional. I'd love to have him around the football club as long as possible. Even if he's not playing anymore, he seems like a real good guy to have around the locker room. And he'll become a coach one day. I'm convinced of it. He will be a manager. He's a solid player. I agree. Who's Partey? Bro, I can't say that, man. Partey's our boy. Now, I know it's taken a long time, but he's coming back, bro. He's coming back, man. Onwards and upwards. 100% onwards and upwards, man. 100%. City like the Terminator, they'll be back, bro. 100%. Top tier, man. Man, just like Arnold says, I would be back. That's literally City, man. The thing with City is, I watch City games, and my friend said this day, I thought exactly the same way, bro. My friend said this to me. He goes, when I watch City play football, I go into every single game with zero expectation that City will drop points. And that's how I feel, bro. If Man City play Real Madrid or Bournemouth, I have zero expectation that City will drop points. Genuinely. I expect them to win every single game because they're that good. Like, look at Pep Guardiola today, bro. He plays a flat back four with no right back or left back, and he plays a midfield five with no right wing or left wing. He plays Nunes left wing and Bernardo Silva right wing. He played a football game with not a single left back, left mid, or right mid. He just packed it with 4 centre backs and 5 midfielders, and an Erling Haaland up front. The brother, and look at their bench, bro. I watched the game today with Man City. Their bench, those 7-9 players on those bench, probably cost more than every other single Premier League team's starting 11. Those 9 players cost more than 11 of other teams, and they're starting 11. It goes to say all, really, man. Sometimes you just can't compete with that. But what you got to do is stay on the coattails, and hopefully they fall off. Who knows? Rodri could get an ACL. I don't wish it upon him, but it could happen. You never know. Michael, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Newcastle wasn't poor. Arsenal was great. A bit of both. I do think Newcastle was still very poor because they have to analyze themselves first. But I agree with you. That, for me, especially that first half, was superb, man. Superb. The best first half I've ever seen Arsenal play in my life. Genuinely, that first half was unbelievably good. Newcastle were terrible, like headless chickens. I agree. Didn't really know what they were doing, to be honest, man. Weren't really going anywhere. I think Eddie Howe will look at it and go, look, yes, we were dominated by Arsenal, but at the same time, let's look at ourselves. What were we doing? When we received the ball off them, where was our outlets? Where was our movement? Anthony Gordon, Miguel Almiron. The game plan was attack on the counter-attack. We had no counter-attack. We had no transition. So that really did annoy Eddie Howe. Luke, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Arsenal were fantastic today. Newcastle rubbish. Perfectly summed up. Perfectly summed up. Shirley, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Brilliant game. Jorginho 20 was fantastic. I agree, man. Superb performance from Jorginho in there. Brilliant stuff, man. Just fantastic. He will come in for the big games. Liverpool, obviously against Newcastle again today. If Partey's not fit, he will come in against Man City as well. That's just my thoughts, man. I think he's a superb pro. Would you guys take a point against Man City at the Etihad? That's a big question right now. When we go to the Etihad on the 31st of March, a month or so away, do you take a point against City? Because in my eyes, you very much do. A point at the Etihad is a very good point. We've already played Liverpool. A point at the Etihad is very good. I think we can win this title getting a point at the Etihad. If we lose at the Etihad, it's a long day, to be honest. But we get a point, we're okay. Let's hope we have a 3-horse race until the end. I can't remember the last time that happened. Neither can I, man. I can't remember it happening really in my lifetime. It going on that long. Even to this stage, it being a 3-horse race. We rarely see it in the end of February leading up to March. So it's really good to see a 3-horse race in the Premier League like this. Fair play to Liverpool as well, because I thought Arsenal and City would fight for the title, but I didn't really see Liverpool fighting for the title based off last season. So yeah, fair play to Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool for doing that. One thing Arsenal doing these big margin wins in the league could be worth an extra point for goal difference. Exactly. And like I said earlier, right? Anyone that thinks goal difference doesn't matter, trust me, it does, man. Even psychologically. A few seasons ago, Liverpool under Brendan Rodgers were so preoccupied with Man City's superior goal difference, they went to Crystal Palace, were 3-0 up and chasing more goals. They ended up bottling the game 3-3. Now, who knows if they would have won the title even winning the game or not. But the point is, they were so preoccupied on goal difference, at that stage, they end up bottling the game. So here's the thing about goal difference. Rack it up while you can. Win the games while you can, man. I'm not saying that you have to go all-out attack for 95 minutes. I appreciate that. But Man City today, 1-1-0. Beat Brentford 1-0. They're winning a lot of games, but they're winning them 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Arsenal, 6-0 West Ham. 3-1 Liverpool. 5-0, obviously, against Burnley. 4-1 against Newcastle. We're winning in convincing fashion. We're making substitutions. It's all looking good, man. I'm delighted with how it's going. BS Born in Scampi, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Boy, I don't even... Is that Italian? I could not even tell you what that is, bro. Portuguese, Italian, I don't have a clue, man. But yeah, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. I'm doing really, really well. Duzengi, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Newcastle has a dream to win Arsenal, but their dreams, it will never be done or achieved. Well, I think Newcastle have got a terrible record at the Emirates, right? They haven't won here since 2010 or something like that with Andy Carroll. So, yeah, another great win for Arsenal, man. Superb performance. Shout out to you on the Football Terrace, Dennis. I look out for you on there. You offer great analysis, one of the best. I appreciate it, my man. I am going on the Football Terrace as well, hopefully. After this stream, I'm going to round up very, very soon. I'll be on the Football Terrace. Anyone that is new around here, by the way, subscribe down below. I do stream after all Arsenal matches and after select Premier League matches, select Premier League and Champions League matches as well. I do want to start streaming more often as well. I've took my foot off the gas a little bit with streaming other games. I can only apologize for that. Been very busy in other aspects of my life, but I'll never miss an Arsenal stream. You know that for an absolute fact, man. I've never missed an Arsenal stream. So yeah, keep up with the channel, subscribe down below, bell notification button. Don't forget that because YouTube don't always let you know I'm streaming, man. You gotta hit that bell notification button. It's absolutely free, costs absolutely nothing. Plus, you can get involved in the comment section with the live chat as well. Love to see all your thoughts. Ali Fate 7:30, you said. Don't know what that means, but appreciate you on the stream regardless, my friend. Hope you're doing really, really well. There's our Sheffield United and Burnley gone. Yes, I think so. I think Sheffield United and Burnley are gone. I think Luton Town could go down as well. But if Luton Town do go down, they will go down with their heads held high because they're putting a real fight for it. I think, to be fair, Sheffield United and Burnley have literally just rolled over and died for everyone. To be brutally honest, I don't want to like be too harsh on them, but they quite literally have rolled over and died. And that's two teams that have been in the Premier League before. Luton have never been in the Premier League before, and they're putting a fight, to be fair to them. Like, they might go down Luton, given the table right now, and given Everton, despite the 10-point deduction, are playing decent football. But even if they do go down Luton, they can go down the heads held high because they're playing very good football, man. Very good football. 13 points is a poor total. I agree, man. Like, some of these teams, like Sheffield United, 13 points. Burnley, 13 points. Luton on 20. Like, they're at least putting in a fight. Forest on 24. Brentford, 25. Everton, 21. So, it's tight there. But for me, I'll be real, yeah? Burnley, Sheffield United, poor, man. Poor. Two teams that have been in the Premier League before as well, man. So, no excuses. Terrible, terrible performance in my eyes, man. A lot to be improved upon from their behalf. Can't see them getting 20. Yeah, I mean, look, teams normally make a run towards the back end of the season because that's just how it is sometimes. You get cold feet and you start going for it, but then it's too little too late by that point. I already think it's too little too late for them. But yeah, guys, I'm going to move on to the Football Terrace now. I appreciate everyone that tuned in. As always, if you're new, and subscribe down below. Love hearing all your thoughts in the live chat. As always, I'll be back streaming, hopefully, for some games this weekend in the football. I think it's United City this weekend, so I'll hopefully be streaming after that one as well. That'll be a massive game. And of course, Arsenal play next on Monday against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane, 8 p.m. So yeah, I appreciate everyone that tuned in. As always, hope to catch you guys all in my next one. Take care.